I passed two big landmarks this week. I'm Zoe, and I live near Chepstow, which is not far from Bristol in the United Kingdom. The first landmark was my 80th birthday, which I celebrated earlier this week. And a bit of a shock, really. Not a shock in the sense hadn't anticipated it, but a shock that I actually could be this old. You know, you have to come to terms with the fact that you may not see yourself out of this decade before you pop your clogs. But here I am, still standing. The second was that 6 years ago, I came out as trans. 6 years ago. It's become really my normality now. And there we are. But back to my 80th birthday. I was in Slovenia last weekend, and I had a great time, and everybody there, there were hundreds, that I was acquainted with at a conference I attended, sang happy birthday to me, lots of smiles and a cake, and it was the most overwhelming reception I think I've ever received on a birthday, which was just great. But I still have to contend with the idea of being this old. You think, well, should I be treating myself gently now? And sometimes I think, oh yes, I'm old now, I better be very careful and gentle with myself. And then the other voice in me says, no, live now, live for now. And I am trying to. For example, I'm one of the lead organisers of Caldecott Pride this coming weekend. Now, Caldecott Pride is in a place in a small town in Monmouthshire, not very far from where I live. And we've got all kinds of things going on. It looks like it could be very, very good, weather permitting. And I'm pleased that something, again, I'm doing for the first time in my life should be when I'm 80. And that says, yes, I'm still here, I'm still alive, I'm still vital. And I think it's really important when you get older to take that view, not to settle back and say, oh yeah, I'm old, I can just do fun things now. Don't need to do exciting new things. Don't challenge yourself too much. Settle. I can't do that. Not yet, anyhow. And on the 6th anniversary of coming out, well, I was over in, I do travel a bit around this time of year, I was over in Lithuania 6 years ago. And at that time, with friends' support, I put on the makeup, put on my dress, put on my wig I don't need anymore, and came down in front of hundreds of people, again, this time, seeing me for the first time as myself. And that was quite a big event. A few days later, at home, I came out to my late wife. That was tough, unbelievably tough. But it's the distant past now. So much has happened, including losing her because she lost her life. But being as I am, as you hear me, as you see me now, is the norm. And most people now only know me as Zoe. And I think they take me as they find me. And that would be my suggestion to anybody else. People, give them half a chance and they'll take you as they find you. So if you're confident and present yourself boldly, then that's more or less how they'll see you. And if you hide yourself away, then if they see you at all, they may say, a bit strange. And I don't seem to suffer from that. I think the hardest thing about being out there still is the big kerfuffle from politicians and from the journalists who keep talking about us, trans women in particular, but to a lesser extent trans men too, as a thing to be talked about, rather than regarding us as just another small grouping of humanity. You know, we are people. Why not talk to us instead of talking to yourselves about how you ought to treat us? Just come and have a little word. Interview us. Talk to us. Many do, but many, many more don't. And so it's all based mostly on ignorance and fear. Yeah, pity. It's a shame. But when I meet people in real life, that's by and large not at all what I find. They're friendly. People are kind. That's what they want to be. Give them half a chance to be so, and they will be. Well, with Pride coming up, I went and got my nails done. I wonder if you can see there's a kind of significance to these nails and their colours. Those of you who are trans or know about trans movement may recognise the colours from the trans flag. Yeah. That's my little marking at the time. I guess most people will look at my nails and think, what's that? A bit strange. Well, it's not. It's just great. Well, I think that the big thing I always want to get over in these videos, because really there's nothing much more to say about me being trans. I've done it before, if you care to catch up on my earlier videos, is to say it's never too late. It's never too late to do something important in your life. And I like to think that I'm the epitome of that, amongst others, of course, and that you can do it. I can do it. You know, when I was in my 50s, I decided to quit accountancy and I went into journalism. And I ended up working as a broadcast journalist on Radio 4, something I'm very, very proud about. Not that my colleagues then would even recognise me now if they saw me, which in a way is funny. And so, keep at it is my motto. Just keep at it. Well, that's the end of my little lecture, as you might say. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.